fortunate. It's been able to introduce a few of these into the world. In 1984, we introduced the Macintosh. It didn't just change Apple, it changed the whole computer industry. In 2001, we introduced the first iPhone. And it didn't just change the way we all listen to music. It changed the entire music industry. Well, get into it. Let me talk about a category of things. The most advanced phones are called smartphones, so they say. And they typically combine a phone plus some email capability, plus they say it's the internet, sort of the baby internet, into one device, and they all have these plastic little keyboards on them. And the problem is that they're not so smart and they're not so easy to use. So if you kind of make a business school 101 graph of the smart axis and the easy to use axis, phones, regular cell phones are kind of right there. They're not so smart and they're not so easy to use. But smartphones are definitely a little smarter, but they actually are harder to use. They're really complicated. Just for the basic stuff, people have a hard time figuring out how to use it. Well, we don't want to do either one of these things. What we want to do is make a leapfrog product that is way smarter than any mobile device has ever been and super easy to use. This is what iPhone is. Okay? So, we're going to reinvent the phone.
Hola, Claire.
Hey, Gloria.
You're okay with me cutting Luke's hair, right?
And then you gotta appear
Then
back
you
there,
go like
too.
this, go shoot, show him.
Oh, okay.
Show
Okay.
him. Ready?
So
You'll go like that, turn around.
there. I'm
Shooting on iPhones didn't really change things that much because, we shoot on digitally anyway. Our thinking was, why shoot the episode
Oh, hey, is it
with
my
our
birthday?
ridiculously expensive and sophisticated cameras, only to then have to run it through some kind of process to make it look exactly like an iPhone. And in fact, in the past, we've actually snuck in some shots with an iPhone that nobody ever knew because we just happened to have one with us when we were doing something and we're like, well, that works. So we've used it in episodes before, but this time it seemed more authentic to grab it with the real devices that we're actually saying we're using. At first we thought all the actors would actually be holding their own phones, and then we realized that was not as easy to control as we thought, and they would sometimes forget and shoot a little bit offset. At the same time, if we gave it to a cameraman, then it looked like the phone was just floating in space. So what we came up with this crazy idea that the cameraman was holding the phone up. The actor would always keep their hands right here on the cameraman's hand, and it always looked like they were doing it themselves. It looked beautiful.